Okay, so imagine this. You're walking into a Mercedes Benz showroom, right? The smell of new leather hits you, all these gleaming cars around. They're practically whispering success in your ear. But before you can grab the keys to your dream career at Mercedes Benz, you've got to nail that interview. And that is where this deep dive comes in. We're checking out this YouTube video today by Joshua Brown. He's an interview expert from Howdy Become. And believe me, we are going to extract the absolute gold from this video, the kind of insider tips that help you stand out in a sea of applicants.
That's right. And we're not just going to repeat what's in the video. We're going to break down why these strategies work and how you can actually use these for your own Mercedes-Benz interview.
This first question that Joshua tackles in the video, it's that classic, tell me about yourself. Seems simple enough, but I feel like there's definitely a right way and a wrong way to go about this.
Oh, absolutely. It's not like an invitation to just start rambling about your hobbies or what your cat did this morning. Mercedes-Benz wants to know why you are the perfect fit for the specific role that you're applying for. So think of it less like a generic overview of you and more like a highlight reel of your skills and your experiences that directly match what they're looking for.
And speaking of matching,
Yeah.
Joshua, in the video, he gives a sample answer. He uses keywords straight from the job description. He just throws in words like analytical communication, excellence. It's brilliant. Those aren't just random buzzwords, are they?
No, they're not random at all. These are all very carefully chosen terms that align with what Mercedes-Benz values and what they're seeking in an employee. So by using these keywords, you're not just showing you read the description, you're showing you understand what the company prioritizes. And you're speaking the language right from the start.
Like you're instantly on the same wavelength. Another question that seems to come up a lot in these Mercedes-Benz interviews, it's why Mercedes-Benz? I mean, beyond the fact that you know it's Mercedes-Benz, what are they really trying to figure out with this question?
I think they want to see passion. It's not enough to say, I want a job. They want to know that you are excited about this specific opportunity and what you can bring to their company.
Okay, so how do you actually convey that excitement?
Research is going to be key. Really dive deep into their website,
Yeah.
check out recent news articles, their LinkedIn page. You really want to immerse yourself in the company culture, what their latest initiatives are. And then what you want to do is connect those things back to your own career goals. So show them that you've done your homework and that what you want for your career aligns with their vision as a company.
That makes a lot of sense. And the example answer in the video, it focuses on sustainability and innovation. Now I see how smart that is.
Yeah, it's really effective because it's showing that the candidate, they not only know about Mercedes-Benz's commitment to those values, but they're also genuinely interested in contributing to them. It shows they're thinking about the future of the company.
Yeah.
And that kind of proactive mindset, that's really what impresses recruiters.
Okay, let's move to a question that I think is a little trickier. What are Mercedes-Benz's core values, and which one is most important to you? Almost feels like a trap, like they're trying to see if you did your research, but also get a little glimpse into your judgment.
Yeah, it is definitely multifaceted. In the video, Joshua's ample answer focuses on integrity. Why do you think that might be strategic for Mercedes-Benz?
Well, Mercedes-Benz, they've built this reputation, right, on quality and reliability, this commitment to excellence. And integrity feels like it's really the bedrock of all of that.
Exactly. It resonates with their legacy.
Yeah.
And with their brand identity. But I think for you, the listener, the key is to go beyond memorizing values. Take some time to think about which one really resonates with you and how that connects to your own work ethic.
So no single right answer here. But the strongest answers are going to come from a place of genuine understanding and reflection. Now let's tackle the part of the interview that I think makes a lot of people nervous. Behavioral questions. Those tell me about a time questions, where they're giving you these scenarios. Feels like you're walking through a minefield.
Yeah, they can be intimidating. But remember, they're not trying to trick you. These questions are meant to get some concrete examples from you on how you handled things in the past, how you applied your skills, what your thought process is like, especially under pressure.
So instead of just claiming I'm a team player or I'm great under pressure, you need to back it up with evidence.
Exactly. This is where the STAR method comes in. This is a game changer. For any interview, not just for Mercedes-Benz, it stands for situation, task, action, result. So you set the scene first. Then you describe what the challenge was, explain what actions you took, and then you want to highlight the positive outcome that you achieved.
Joshua uses a great example in the video. He talks about working under pressure to really show how to use the STAR method. It wasn't just a vague statement like, I work well under pressure. It was this specific story. And it really showcased problem-solving skills and leadership.
And that's what makes it so powerful. It brings your skills to life with real evidence. It makes you a much more memorable candidate.
So we've covered some big stuff here, but I love that Joshua in the video, he gives us this bonus list of common Mercedes-Benz interview questions, like a rapid-fire prep round.
Yeah, it's so valuable because having even a basic framework for these questions, it can really boost your confidence. Walking into that interview feeling prepared can make all the difference.
He covers everything: salary, expectations, weaknesses, teamwork. It's a good reminder that really preparing means going beyond the big picture questions. You got to anticipate those more specific scenarios, too.
You want to be ready to tackle anything they throw at you, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. But before we jump into those more specific questions, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back to unpack some more of Joshua's insights and help you really fine-tune your Mercedes-Benz interview strategy.
Okay, so let's get back to those rapid-fire questions from Joshua's list. First up is, explain to me how you balance priorities when you have multiple projects on the go. I think this one is super relevant for a company like Mercedes-Benz. They're known for complex operations, right? And they've got this diverse portfolio.
Yeah, it makes sense that they'd want to know that you can handle those demands without, totally dropping the ball. So how do you approach a question like that in a way that really resonates with them?
I'd say think about the key skills that they're looking for, like organization prioritization, maybe even how comfortable you are with project management systems. So instead of just saying, oh yeah, I'm good at multitasking, you really want to try and paint a picture of how you've successfully juggled competing priorities in the past.
Yeah, practical examples. Those are key. Show them that you can walk the walk right, not just talk the talk.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next one. This is a question that I think makes people kind of nervous. What are your salary expectations? Almost feels like you're negotiating before you even have the offer.
Oh, I hate that one. It always feels so awkward.
I get it. The more prepared you are, the less awkward it's going to be. So do your research beforehand. Know what the typical range is for similar jobs, especially in your location.
So you're not just caught totally off guard, and you can confidently say what you're worth.
Exactly. And when you do answer, it's usually good to give a range rather than just a specific number. You can also frame it in terms of the value that you bring, highlight your skills and experience, things that justify your expectations.
Right. It's not just about what you want, but what you think you deserve based on your qualifications. Okay, here's another classic one. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Is this their sneaky way of seeing if you're going to jump ship in like a year? Well, it is partly about assessing your long-term commitment, but it's also about them trying to figure out your ambition and seeing if that aligns with where they see the company going. Do you see yourself growing within Mercedes-Benz, taking on new challenges, and really contributing to their future?
So even if you don't have like this super specific 5-year plan, if you can at least show them that you've thought about it and that Mercedes-Benz is part of that path, it shows a certain level of commitment.
Absolutely. All right, let's talk about the one everybody hates, that dreaded weakness question. What is your biggest weakness? It's like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Too honest and you might ruin your chances. Too vague and it just sounds fake.
Yeah. How do you find that sweet spot?
Honesty, but with a positive spin. Pick a weakness that isn't going to like completely disqualify you from the job, but something that you're genuinely trying to work on and improve. It shows self-awareness and a commitment to growth, which are good things.
So instead of saying, I'm a terrible procrastinator, you could say something like, I sometimes struggle with time management, but I've started using X and Y to help me be more efficient.
Perfect. You own the weakness, but you also showed them that you're being proactive about it.
Yeah.
You took a negative and turned it into a positive. Now, Joshua also points out some questions that are tied to Mercedes-Benz's values. Like, at Mercedes-Benz, we pride ourselves on being client-centric. Describe a situation when you went above and beyond for a customer.
Oh, this is where that STAR method comes in clutch. You gotta have a good story, one that really shows them those values in action.
Exactly. Don't just tell them, show them. Use the STAR method to highlight how committed you are to giving those amazing customer experiences. Speaking of values, did you notice all the questions about teamwork?
Oh, yeah. There's one about whether you prefer working on a team or alone, and then another one about resolving conflict on a team. It's obvious that Mercedes-Benz, they really care about those interpersonal skills, and whether you can work well with others.
For sure. They want someone who can do their own job well, but also someone who can contribute to a positive team environment.
So when you're prepping, think back on your experiences working on teams. How did you deal with challenges? How did you resolve conflict? How did you help the team succeed?
And don't forget those pressure cooker questions, like describe a situation when you had to work under pressure. We talked about the STAR method for that one, but it's worth saying again. Staying calm, thinking clearly, finding solutions when things are crazy. That's so important in any fast-paced environment, especially at a company like Mercedes-Benz.
Right. And then there's this question that really gets to your motivations. It's, what do you hope to get out of this job with Mercedes-Benz?
That one feels less about skills and more about whether your personal drive matches with what the company's all about.
Exactly. What really excites you about this opportunity is it the chance to work with awesome technology, to be a part of this legendary brand, to help shape the future of mobility. Don't be afraid to let your passion let them see that spark. Now, towards the end of the interview, Joshua says there's this question that pops up a lot. And it's the kind of question that can leave a lasting impression. Why should we hire you to work at Mercedes-Benz?
That's your closing argument right there. Your chance to bring everything together, connect your skills, your experience, your values, your passion. Paint that picture of why you're the one they need.
Leave them with no doubt in their mind. Now, Joshua also brought up another question that I thought was really interesting. It was, why have you chosen to work for Mercedes-Benz over our competitors?
Ah, yes. That's where all that research you did comes in handy. It's your opportunity to show them that you really understand the industry and that you're not just applying to any car company out there.
Yeah, this is where you can really show off. What makes Mercedes-Benz stand out from the crowd? Maybe it's their focus on a specific part of the market, or their leadership in electric cars, or maybe even their design philosophy. There's so much to dig into.
You need to find those points of connection and articulate them in a way that shows you get the brand and you get where they fit in the bigger picture. You want them to see that you've made a conscious and informed choice to pursue a career specifically with Mercedes-Benz.
Okay, so we've covered a ton of ground here. We broke down all those common Mercedes-Benz questions, and we gave you some really good strategies to tackle them.
Remember, preparation is key. But don't just try to memorize answers. It's about understanding the why behind them, aligning yourself with Mercedes-Benz's values, and letting your genuine excitement for this opportunity shine through.
And speaking of excitement, let's wrap up this whole deep dive with a final thought inspired by Mercedes-Benz's philosophy. The best or nothing. It's a really powerful statement. And it makes you think, how does that idea apply not just to their cars, but to their hiring process too?
That's a good question. Are they looking for people who embody that same drive for excellence, that same commitment to pushing boundaries, to achieving extraordinary things?
And how does that resonate with your own goals for your career? Are you also aiming for the best or nothing in your professional life?
We've given you the roadmap,
Mm-hmm.
but the destination is up to you. Use these insights to help you prepare. But don't be afraid to bring your own unique perspective, your own passion, your own ambition to the table.
Exactly. Because just like Mercedes-Benz says, the best is out there, waiting for those who are willing to go after it. Wow, I feel like we really got a lot out of Joshua Brown's video. I'm honestly starting to see this interview as less of a scary thing and more like a chance to really show them what I can do.
That's the way to think about it. And what I really like about his advice is, it's not just your typical interview tips, you know. He's giving you a way to understand what a company like Mercedes-Benz really wants in an employee.
Yeah, it's all about aligning yourself with what they believe in, showing them you get their brand, and proving that you're not just desperate for any job. You actually want to be a part of Mercedes-Benz and contribute to their success.
That enthusiasm is so important. Remember, they're not only judging your skills and experience, they're also trying to get a feel for you as a person, what motivates you, and whether you'd be a good fit for their company culture.
It reminds me of something you said earlier about that why Mercedes-Benz question. It's not enough to just say you love their cars. You really got to go deeper. Show them you understand what makes them unique.
Exactly. And it all comes back to that the best or nothing idea. It's not just a slogan. It's baked into everything they do. So when you're getting ready for this interview, think about how you can show that same drive for excellence in your answers.
So instead of just listing your achievements, talk about the tough situations you faced, the obstacles you overcame, and how you pushed yourself to get those amazing results.
Exactly. Show them you're not okay with being average. You want to be the best at everything you do. And don't be afraid to show how passionate you are. Let them see that this isn't just a job for you. It's a chance to really make a difference and be part of something bigger.
Prove to them that you're not just qualified. You're the perfect fit. You embody what Mercedes-Benz is all about.
That's it. And, you know, even though we've been talking about a Mercedes-Benz interview, these ideas apply to any job interview. Anytime you want to make a killer first impression.
It's about understanding the company, aligning your goals with theirs, and showing them that you're not in it just for the money. You want something more.
So as you prepare for your interview at Mercedes-Benz, or really any interview, remember to do your research, practice your answers, and most importantly, go in there confident and excited.
Because when you approach it that way, you're not just answering questions, you're telling your story, showing them your worth, and driving towards a future where you can confidently say, the best or nothing.